Hey everyone, Chloe here, and welcome back to our feminine community, and welcome back to this channel. And if you are new here, ladies and lurkers, welcome. So in today's feminine school video, I wanted to talk about the many common reasons why so many men will go above and beyond and out of their way to trash your Valentine's Day, or they go out of their way to treat you like discount merchandise. Because the day or the aftermath of Valentine's is usually the day that I either receive a ton of requests to join my feminine finishing school, The New Feminine, and is the day that I usually experience a glaring uptick of distressing emails from women who've had a very lackluster Valentine's. But as we all know, most women desire to feel special and, more importantly, cherished on Valentine's Day, as it is a global day of love where millions and millions of women around the world are being spoiled and elevated and monetarily adored and are receiving public displays of affection and validation and are being cherished by their spouses, boyfriends, husbands, and partners. But it can also be a sourpuss day that can really kick rocks, as there are so many men in the world who have a very weird obsession with humbling women, or are more than willing to go above and beyond and out of their way to devalue a woman's Valentine's Day experience. But when it comes to the expectation of being cherished, for many women, there is a huge disconnect because unfortunately, most mothers and fathers will drop the ball on teaching their daughters on how to be receivers and on how to be cherished and treated with respect by men. And this combination cycle of both ignorance and neglect is often the foundation that contributes to the womanhood generational curse, particularly with Black women, where Black women are expected to be selfless givers but never abundant receivers. So here are 11 common reasons why some men will go out of their way to finesse, to con, and to ruin your Valentine's Day. Number 11, he's a cheapskate, or even worse, a miser. Ladies, the spirit of cheapness for a man is all about what will allow him to keep as much money as possible in his bank account and his pocket. And the spirit of cheapness can either live in a dusty or a millionaire. Number 10, lowballing or treating you like low-hanging fruit. Lowballing is a common tactic that many men will use to groom women into accepting less, and it's a very effective tactic because it works on women who lack standards. Women who lack standards are usually big, mad complainers, but due to low self-esteem, will keep their feet planted in dysfunction. Number 9, expecting a discount. Low-value men are always looking for a discount, and that is essentially what the red pill movement is all about. Knocking women down a peg or two so that low-value men can come in for the kill based on your womanly fears and manufactured desperation. Ladies, a man with limited resources is always going to look for a discount. Number 8, he's self-focused. Self-focused men are all about themselves, and they have a what's in it for me transactional mindset. These men are far from gentlemen and tend to have a quid pro quo mindset. They also tend to see themselves as the reward and the prize to be coveted and chased. Number 7, he's passive aggressive. Men who are passive aggressive will usually say one thing with their mouths, but then contradict themselves with their behavior. Instead of outright telling you that he resents having to spend, he'll instead play a game of run around and freeze tag, hoping that you eventually settle into having lowered expectations. Passive aggressive men are usually very indirect and are usually very lacking in their masculinity. They tend to move sideways, and like all passive aggressive people, they expect others to read their minds or to catch a hint. Number 6, he's not in pursuit or chase mode. These are the men who are just downright lazy and are uninspired in their marriages and all long-term relationships. They aren't inspired to flatter and impress with romance because their lazy ways have become complacent and habitual. Number 5, he's broke, which automatically makes him a hater. Ladies, broke men are always resentful, as they are powerless men that absolutely no one respects or admires. Broke men will always resent Valentine's Day because it reminds them of what they cannot afford. But instead of learning how to focus on improving their financial status, they would rather take out their angst, their bottom shelf insecurities, and their frustrations out on women, which is why many YouTube comment sections tend to be a cesspool. Number 4, you're a masculina. A masculina is the do-it-all woman who provides for her man while all her man has to do is simply have a pulse. These are the women who proudly brag about having their own until they witness a woman relaxing in her feminine and being completely provided for and cherished by her man, as those are the triggers that will usually get a pick-me or a masculina big mad and upset. But if you are a woman who is providing for a man, why should a kept man go out of his way to impress you when he is all the way in his feminine and is receiving all of the benefits of your hard work? Number 3, exploiting your loneliness. As a strategy, there are many men who are more interested in preying and exploiting your loneliness than on providing. Ladies, a man can spot a desperate woman quite easily, as a desperate woman will accept any man who simply pays her attention as a low value standard. Desperate women do not care about gifts, being courted, being impressed, or being spoiled, because in her mind, fulfilling the void of loneliness has taken complete center stage in her life. Number 2, Dusty speak. A conniving Dusty will usually use guilt or shame to make you feel superficial, aka gold digger shame, to con you out of expecting effort. These are the men who give you the "I don't celebrate holidays" speech, or who say Valentine's Day is just one day like any other, or who guilt you for wanting to feel special, or who cajoles you into not accepting material things because he resents the transactional nature of capitalism and having to spend. And number 1, he never had to spend as a requirement. He doesn't want to have to spend or invest on you on Valentine's Day because he never had to spend on you the entire relationship. So why should he spend now? So don't go changing up on him now when you've never required him to provide anything for you from the beginning. Remember, ladies, you set the standards by how you want to be treated in your relationship from the beginning. So to make it plain, ladies, how do women overcome these Valentine's Day games? By making themselves the prize, and by walking away from what doesn't serve you, and by having established standards by which you expect to be treated. And although this is a solution that I have shared in countless videos on this channel, so many women, no matter what, are just HE double hockey stick bent on doing things their way until they learn the very often bitter and very painful lessons that come with settling and selling yourself cheap. But ladies, your feminine homework has to be done in order to fully feel worthy of receiving, which is why you need to subscribe to this channel. So ladies and lurkers, are you guilty of settling for low expectations? And have you ever been with a man who decided to ruin your Valentine's Day on purpose? Share your experiences and your war scars below, and stay tuned for more feminine school videos to come. And I will catch up with you ladies and lurkers in the next one.